Greetings, Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, March 15th. The moon starts out in Sagittarius. We had a third quarter moon last evening, depends on your time zone. And yesterday I went in depth on this kind of significant third quarter moon and the alignments that it's forming, kind of putting some pressure on us to update our daily habits and patterns in alignment with our true selves. So check out yesterday's video if you missed that. And today, around 5 a.m. my time, US Pacific time, the moon goes into Capricorn. So today's theme topic is why you are stronger than you think. And Capricorn is the energy of foundations, of strength, of finding our strength and our resilience. It is that part of us that, like a tree, has the roots planted deep so that we can weather the storms. And so it is our foundations, it is our structure, our infrastructures, which we talked a little bit about yesterday, and our belief systems. But Capricorn is really about how we operate. And so it's how we organize, how we think about things, but also how we construct our lives and understand the world to work in ways that we work with it. So we work with limitations with the moon in Capricorn, with Capricorn energy. We like, as a Capricorn sun, I like to know the rules, right? Because I like to be able to operate most optimally within the limitations. And so I've found that since childhood, I've always wanted to know, what are the rules? How does this work? Where are the boundaries? Where are the limits? Because I want to know so that I can know how to operate within that. And then, of course, when the moon goes into Capricorn, that's true for all of us. So thinking about where the limitations, the boundaries are, how things are constructed, how they are defined, how form comes into being. Ultimately, the energy of Capricorn is the energy of how things take shape, how they come into physical form. And so the forms and objects and structures of our lives have a bigger existence. We can talk about this in this Pisces moon cycle, right? There is a bigger picture of energy that you might call the soul, you might call, the bigger picture of the archetype of a thing, and how that thing has meaning and takes up space that is more than its physical self as an object, its physical form. So okay, so we got off on that, but coming back to Capricorn and why you are stronger than you think is that you do have these internal ways of operating, and they are unique to you. They are your own special, specific ways that you work within systems, within boundaries, limits, rules, etc. Where are the limitations and the ways that you know how to do that, that are unique to you. We all have ways of adapting to the limitations that the world places on us. And we can, in fact, grow and upgrade our ways of operating within those limitations. We can also discover that the limitations themselves might be illusions, as could be the case with Saturn now in Pisces. We could discover that things that we thought were limitations maybe are not as limited as we thought. We could discover that rules and ways of operating are more fluid, are more open, have more inherent possibility than we originally thought. So when you think about your own strength and your own ability to operate within whatever is showing up in your life, it comes down to your ability to respond. And when you trust yourself, you can respond more from a place of self-knowledge, of ease, right? Of effortlessness, And so Capricorn is the part of the zodiac, and Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Saturn is also the part of the planetary family that reminds us that we can trust ourselves, that we can develop a sense of self-awareness and trust our own ability to make choices. And if you don't like the choice you made, that's okay, because you can make it again, right? You always have the present moment, and you always have that ability to respond to what is showing up. How is that? And there's a self-discovery process that happens through noticing how you respond, and noticing how you may want to respond in a way that is even more in alignment or more truthful and honest for you, coming from your own truth. So yesterday we were talking about that bigger picture of meaning, and Sunday, I talked about what's shifted, what's different now that Saturn is in Pisces. So check that video out if you missed Sunday's video about the energies that we're in now that Saturn is in Pisces, what's showing up, and how that could be impacting us. And then, of course, with the moon going into Capricorn, reminding us of where our strengths are, reminding us that we have this ability to shift, to flow, to open to the fluidity that the universe provides, and to let ourselves flow into ways of being that maybe work better for us. And so flowing into that deeper place of strength, noticing that you have that strength, and noticing that it may show up in ways that the world may not reflect back to you or validate, but it's your own self-trust that is learning to rely on that. So the ways that you respond and how they work for you or don't work for you is what you are seeing as flexible or adaptable, not your need to fit into the box or expectation someone else has defined for you. So building that resilience and trust from within, allowing yourself to move, to flow, to adapt to new ways of operating and responding based on a sense of self-trust, and deepening into that. This is all coming together with the integration of the waning moon that began with the Pisces new moon cycle that we're in, following the Virgo full moon. And so we're integrating, we're discovering new things, we're updating, and really integrating a bigger picture of meaning and truth and what's really important to us. And so with today's Capricorn new moon, or Capricorn moon, sorry, today's and tomorrow's Capricorn moon, we have this open door that's saying, if you'd like to learn how to rely on yourself, this is the time to do it. And maybe there's a different way of thinking about things, a different way of noticing how you could be responding to things, and to learn to trust yourself more deeply. All right, thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me and how to work with me at astrologyheals.com. I can help you decipher your chart and how it works with the energies of what's going on around us. What I talk about in these videos is the astrology of unshakable self-care and how we can work with the daily energies to support ourselves. But of course, looking at your own chart, we can get even more specific about you and the things that are showing up in your life and how to work with those. So happy to provide that for you if that is something you're called to. Astrologyheals.com. I have private sessions, and I also have mini readings that are recorded. So some options there. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying these videos. And I thank you for your support and for being part of this intention of change and working with moon cycles. I will see you next time. Bye for now.